Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Axion Community Show. Woohoo! This gives you a chance to jump on and have a chat, just talk about your experiences, what is happening with you lately. Of course, we're going to be talking about quite a few topics today. We're going to be talking about, what are we going to talk about? The Accelerator and the Axion. That's where you buy and stake and get all the bonuses when you want to get invested in Axion. We're also going to be talking about Bitcoin divs that you get there as well. And, of course, the burn. The other thing, of course, we're going to get into the Collider, a chance to win a bonus investment there as well. So it's a bit of fun. And of course, we're going to jump on to the launch partners with the current one on at the moment. Legion, of course, is the current launch partner where $200,000 is up for grab for the fundraising there. And of course, finally, we'll get on to the big, huge project OHM fork, which is called Warp. And of course, there is starships, star captains, and much, much more. It's going to be a lot of fun, folks. It's going to be really, really fun. Let's go through it all. We're also going to have a look at all the pricing, what's happening with the prices at the moment, as well as what's happening with the projects. It's going to be pretty cool. So three big things there to talk about at least. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully get into the chat and say hello. We've got hi sir and also it's good to see Kim in the chat there. Stand with the SEC for trust building. That says Kim, nice one. And let's have a look here. We're going to post in the chat there if you want to join in. Obviously, you can do that. We're going to post the link here if you want to join live, join the community live show. Let me just post that in there. If you want to join in, obviously just remember it is a family show, so we've got to keep the language, and things like that to family standards there. But that's what we're going to do as well. So nice. All right, let's post that and bam. All right, so that's in the chat there. If you want to join on, let us know, of course, and you'll show up in the green room, and then I'll add you into the live show, and we can talk about different things around these ecosystems. Let's go. Sorry, sirs and sirs, for yelling. That's okay, Kim. That's fine. That's fine. And it certainly wasn't too loud here. That's for sure. Now, I've got a cup of tea, folks. Grab yourself a drink, sit back and relax as we cover everything. It's going to be pretty cool. If you want to come on the live show, it is community show night tonight. Axion community show. Get in there and let's see you on live for sure. All right, so here we are on the Axion website. Now, if you're not familiar with Axion, you basically buy and invest through the Accelerator. You can see the Accelerator at the top there. And, of course, you've got a calculator here on the homepage. I always suggest do your investment due diligence. Check out Axion.network and learn everything about it on the website. It's fabulous. Now, there is a version refresh coming up, and it looks amazing. The new version going to come up. It's going to be spectacular. I really hats off to the marketing team. But at the moment, the site looks absolutely amazing as it is. But this is going to go next level as well. Now, we've got the Accelerator, of course. This is where you buy the world's best staking ecosystem. Is Axion, of course, and there it is, the interface. We're going to check that out. That's the Axion portal. That's where you buy and invest, and of course, pretty nice. It gives you all the details of what the Accelerator is. You get a free bonus particle as well, and it's pretty nice. And of course, what's the returns? 8% APR. That's on the Axion. You earn 8% per year, plus up to 47% annual percentage returns, that's inclusive of wrapped Bitcoin dividends. But that does depend on how much goes through the Accelerator as people buy in a stake. Also, depends on the price of Axion as well over time. So just take that into account. But here's some cool numbers here as well. We're going, and we're going to get into all those details as we move through the live stream. Obviously, if we get some huge price appreciation, we could see some of these returns at the bottom pretty nice. 1x from the price would give a market cap of 6 million. A 10x would be 61 million, etc. You can see the price as it goes up. The market cap will go higher and higher and higher. So it's pretty cool like that. All right, let's jump over to the Axion portal here, and we're going to go to the Accelerator and check out all the good stuff. Now, obviously, we're going to see we've got every 24 hours, the Axion bonus goes around, starts at 375 million. It's currently just under 360 million. And, of course, we've got 12 hours and 39 minutes to go. 4% has been sold so far. And so typically it's somewhere between 78% and 100%. Typically it's sold. And, of course, we're at 96 at the moment. So we're on the high side of that. Let's have a look at the bottom here. We've got 16.8 million Axions been sold so far. And, of course, burned is 8.2 million. That's what's going so far. And so far, $170 worth of wrapped Bitcoin. Now, that's only 4% sold. So imagine what happens when 100% gets sold. Pretty big deal. And, of course, that takes off the bonus there. So what I like to say is that 55% of what gets bought and what get people buy into the Accelerator 55% of that money goes and buys Axion and burns it off the market. And then 30% goes and buys wrapped Bitcoin. And that gets distributed to stakers. So once you buy and stake through the accelerator, you become a staker. You benefit from wrapped Bitcoins as it comes in. That's pretty much it. 15% goes to the team for marketing and staff costs and things like that. So it's pretty nice. So looking good. All right, we've got a couple comments in there. I think we've got Solix in the house. Hopefully we can support the price. I hope so too, the Solix. It's definitely a buying opportunity next, and we are going to check that out in a second. So we'll get to that. So here we are, folks. This is where you get the bonuses. There are the Accelerator bonus. You get 1% more per year. So up to 15 years, you get 15%. Pretty nice. On top of that, there are in the next 4 years, there are 4 big paydays, and you can get access to that too. So you got your bonus up to 15%. You got your big payday bonuses there, 4 of those there as well. And of course, you get a particle NFT. So that's your third bonus that you get, your particle NFT. And of course, that gives you a chance of getting a huge new investment. You got a 4% chance of that. But at the moment, the max prize is $1,860. They're pretty nice return if you got that straight off the bat. And then number 4, of course, is you get wrapped Bitcoin dividends. You can withdraw those at any time. And that depends on how the accelerator gets sold out with the number of investors flowing into Axion. So those are the 4 benefits there, folks. And what I like to do is click the advanced. You can select from any of these tokens: Matic, Wrapped ETH, USDC, DAI, Wrapped Bitcoin, or Chainlink. And these are all on the Polygon network. So it's the second layer of Ethereum. You can use crypto.com and KuCoin and stuff like that, I understand, to send tokens to the Polygon network. And of course, you put in the amount you want to invest. So if we put in, say, let's say we put in 600 Matic, that would be just under $1,000. So let's say that we do 620 Matic. Of course, that's the main token or coin for the Polygon network. That's $1,000. If we stake for 15 years, that's 5,505 days. That would be the full bonus of 15%. That'd be $151. On top of that, we'd get all the big payday bonuses. You can see those. Those are near-term bonuses for staking. We've got all that, so it's another $265. Maturity value at the current day's prices is $2,843. Of course, that's 15 years out. And then, of course, on top of that, you'll get a bonus NFT collider and also wrapped Bitcoin dividends. So you're looking at $256 yearly if the accelerator gets sold out. So interesting stuff there. Definitely check out the fine print with the eyes there. If you want to have further information, there's little question marks and little info button, so you can check out that for more details. Once you're happy with the period that you're going to stake, you just click stake and your stake will be made. Now, obviously, the shorter that you stake, so the minimum period is 350 days. If you want to get the accelerator bonuses, you can see that's 1%. So every time you go up 2 years, so let's say 730 days, you will go up another percent there. So you see it's 2% now. You also got the next 2 big paydays. So the first bonus is that one, the accelerator bonus. The second one is the big payday bonus. And then the third one is the particle NFT. And finally, you get wrapped Bitcoin dividends as well when you stake Axion. Pretty nice. All right, so those are the key metrics there. And of course, at the bottom here, we can see what people are actually using to buy and stake in Axion. And the good thing is you can do it in one go. You're not having to buy Axion off, a decentralized exchange and then bring it over to a platform and staking. You can just buy and stake just on the platform and get all the bonuses. Pretty cool like that. Obviously, that is the way that goes. Of course, when you stake Axion, you swap it for shares, and that's why these shares are here that you've got. So pretty cool. You've got the principal amount there of Axion. Those are with all the bonuses that you get over here. And of course, you divide that by the global share rate. That reflects compound interest. Basically means that people can't outdo the system, and so that benefits you. And of course, 27 million Axion divided by the share rate gives you your basic shares, 22 million. And then, of course, you get 20% more shares every year that you stake, up to over 305% for 15 years. And that's why you get longer pays better. So your basic shares plus your longer pays better bonus gives you a total shares, 31 million there. And that determines how much of the reward pool of Bitcoin you get. So that's why in Axion, 49% of people have staked 15.2 years. And of course, they're getting a lot more wrapped Bitcoin dividends proportionally. Very cool. As the price of Axion goes up, of course, then the dividends will go up as well. And of course, you need more investors to go into the market to sell out. So it's kind of that's the goal that the team is targeting, a higher Axion price. And at the moment, obviously, the price is very good for new investors to get into. We're going to check that out later. So once you've staked, of course, through the accelerator, your stake will show up on the stake page here. You'll have the value of your portfolio. You'll have the shares, of course, for staking Axion. and you'll also be able to withdraw your wrapped Bitcoin dividends at any time. And of course, you can also recycle them into the accelerator and pick up more Axion. So it's kind of a cool thing like that. At the bottom, you'll see your stakes. Doesn't show up here because it's just an example account, but you'll see your stakes at the bottom. Your particle NFT that you get through buying and staking through the accelerator as a bonus will show up here. You can either sell this on OpenSea, leave it here and speculate on the price of Axion, or you can use it in the Collider, which is the second main product of Axion. So this is really cool. You put your Collider NFT or particle NFT in here. You can actually impact the benefit by staking longer. Longer pays better, remember, and or you can engage the Collider and you have a 4% chance of winning. You could potentially win up to 10x times your investment, depending on what NFT you got. That's randomly selected. You could get a 1x, a 2x, a 3x, a 4x, a 5x, or a 10x times your original investment, up to a maximum of 50 million Axion, which is currently about $1,815 US. Pretty nice. So far, we're going to go and check that in Discord later. But so far, last time I checked, we're up around about $40,500 given out in terms of people that had won using the Collider, which is pretty nice. All right, so those are the 4 main pages there. We're going to go check out the Launchpad. Once you've staked, of course, you do get eligible for if you stake 1 year or longer, you get eligible to a lot of the launches that come through Axion. Typically, you're getting those at a discount to market, or you get airdrops or pre-sale benefits, all that sort of stuff. So that is just a huge value add. You can imagine you're earning Axion in your staking, then you're earning wrapped Bitcoins in your staking, and then, of course, you've got these awesome value opportunities in the Launchpad. So there's a lot of value there for Axion stakers. That's how it works. Let's jump over to the launches, of course. At the moment, we've got Legion Network IDO, 200,000 total value, 3 days and 10 hours left until that expires. So we're going to, if you click on that, it will bring you to the Axion Legion page here. It will give you all the details. It's 200,000 IDO, and of course, it's already started. It's currently running. You can check out the website, legionnetwork.io, which is this one here. You can check out all the details about them and their super app that they're doing, which is basically going to have all blockchain services on it, crypto services on it. So pretty neat like that. But apparently they have over 200 million downloads, and so that's what they say. So you have to double check that and make sure it's true, but that's what they say. So definitely check that out. Also, obviously, once you go through the bottom here, you can actually see all the benefits of those apps. And then if we go right down to the bottom, once you do get the price, you're going to get a price of 7.5 cents through the launch. Of course, it's half price because at the launch time on the 7th of March, when it does launch, the token launches on PancakeSwap, it's going to be 15 cents. You're getting half price. And of course, then you also have a bonding period, 4% in March, and then April 16% for the following months all the way through to September. So what's that? 6 months after that. So that's the bonding. In other words, you're going to get that amount of the token, which is LGX tokens, up to that time. So pretty interesting there. Now, obviously, the launch allocation is if you have a stake of Axion, you must have 5 million Axion stake for 350 days minimum, and you'll be able to get $250 worth of LGX tokens. If you have a max stake, in other words, you stake 15.2 years or 5,555 days, you will be able to get up to $500 there as eligible. You must have an active stake at least with 5 million Axion stake for 15 years. On top of that, of course, Axion has NFTs, the OG Polygon NFT and the OG 5555 NFT. Those give you additional $500 there. So you could see that a wallet with a minimum 5 million stake can qualify for $500. Obviously, if you had everything, it goes all the way up to $1,500 there. So pretty neat. And all you have to do is pledge for the Legion. So once you click that red button, that will bring you to the pledge button here on the Axion portal. And you can see that we've got the past launches here, Luxy and Warp. We've now got Legion in there, and it's currently live running. Let's see how far so far. $38,189 has been pledged. That's 19%. And of course, this has still got a couple of days to go, as we saw. It's still counting down from memory. Where was the timer? There was a timer there somewhere. Let me just jump back to, I think it was on the launch page. Let me just go to the launch page there. Yeah, so the timer's here. 3 days and 10 hours left to go before the pledge closes off. So that's going pretty all right at the moment, 90%. And typically you often get a rush at the end. So pretty cool. Now, for this particular launch, of course, you have to apply for KYC. Now, that's been made really easy through the Securitas partnership that Axion has. And so you can do that on there too. And of course, that's kept separate from Axion. So you've got your privacy between Axion and your KYC with the Securitas. So you can keep yourself private there. So cool. All right, so nice on that. The pledge is on USDC. You have to have USDC on Polygon Network for that, and the target is 200,000. We'll see how that goes. You must do your own investment due diligence. Nothing on this channel is investment advice. You really got to do your own checks and balances. So there we are. So that is what the pledge is at the moment. So pretty cool. But it's just one of the many opportunities that will come to you as an Axion staker. And of course, let's finally check out the dashboard here and see what the overall metrics are for Axion. So we've got 334.9 billion Axion in the market. And of course, 24% of that is circulating supply. That's 82 million. That seems to have gone up from yesterday. And we've got 76% is staked. That's 252.8 billion. So that's pretty good. 3/4 of it is staked. And of that 3/4, half of it is staked for 15.2 years, 49%. The total burn at the moment, Axion, is 36.8 billion. And let's have a look and see whether we got any burn today. We're going to check that out for sure. Let's go into that and let us see what we got. If we got any burn yesterday, today I should say. We'll wait for that to pop up. I'm going to jump on there just a moment. Yeah, so 40 minutes ago, we got 15 million more burned. And a day ago, we got 17.7. So that's pretty good there. And I don't think I reported yesterday's one there. No, I didn't. So we're going to go report that. Let's jump over. This is what happens when people buy and invest in Axion. 55%, 55% goes and buys Axion and burns it. That means there's less Axion on the market. And that over time, that will have an increasing influence on supporting the price over time. That is the goal. Obviously, it has to reach a critical mass. So we're still working towards that critical mass, but that's the idea there. Let us jump over to the portal. I'm just going to go up to the Discord there. I think it's this one here. And let's go over this. Hope it's going to open up nicely. And we're going to do the Burn Baby Burn session here. I think Oblio's in the house, so we might have, I'm not sure if Oblio is in there, but hopefully. Let's have a look here and let us accept Axion invite. I think I'm pretty sure it's going to open up automatically. So cool. Now that's how easy it is to join. Of course, you can join Discord or Telegram, and you get 24/7 help from Axion, so it's pretty nice. Let us jump in further through here, and we're just waiting for that to open up. Boy, it took a bit longer. I might as well use the direct route, and it would have been a lot faster than this. But that's just the way it goes when you first open it up. There we are. All right, so cool. We're going to jump over to Axion here and jump over to the general chat. I'm not sure where that was taking me there. Let's go up top here, and we're going to go general, bam, and there we are. So burn, baby, burn. This is my favorite section of the burning here. So we're going to go back into there and see how much we had. We had the burn there. So we had 17 and 31, 32 and a half. 32 and a half is what I got. 32 and a half. I've got the mouse needs to be recharged. Let me just recharge that on the thing. I think my mouse might have died on me. That's not great. That is poor form. I think my mouse has died. That's what it's telling me. And I'm not sure what actually haven't replaced this mouse. It's just brand new. So let's have a look there. That's stopped there. So that's what's happening at the moment, not being able to change the mouse. Let me just quickly check this, folks, while I do this. This is unfortunate. Not even sure how to take this mouse off. It's a fancy new Apple mouse. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit harder to take off. I don't even know how it works. How about that? No, it's really not working there. So I have no idea how to change it either because it's brand new. It's too fancy. I don't want to wreck it there. So yeah, not going too good there, and I'm stuck on this page. Let me have a look here. Maybe I can tab through. Technical difficulties. That's what happens when the battery in your mouse dies. Just sort of trying to tap. I'm trying to learn how to use the console now. No, still stuck on that page. takes me to another page. Oh, I'm managing to move around the page a little bit, but nothing else. How about that? That's funny. Not too funny, but a little funny. You know what? That's not working either. Oh well. Let's see if I can work this battery out. It's always hard doing stuff on live stream, but you never know. There's no obvious way of coming off. This is the thing with the Apple stuff. It looks great, but sometimes it's not that easy to see how you can get stuff off here. I have no idea how to open this mouse without hurting it. Oh, might have to leave that. That's just the way it goes. Let me just jump around. I was hoping that I'll be able to navigate without the mouse. Moving around the tracker there, but it's not working. In fact, switch off and then, yeah, that's right, John. I think you're right about that. The mouse is completely dead. I can believe that. Connect to, let me have a look here. I'm sure I have a recharge on there. Now, of course, the iMac uses a new recharger, so I don't have my recharger won't work on it because it uses a. Let me just have a look here, just a moment. See whether that works. Is it gonna work there? Nice, got a recharge there. That's not working either. That's crazy. All right, well, it's got a little bit more power there, so we managed to get there. But hey, I don't know how long it's going to last. Let's close that off, and we're going to jump over to where we're at to 32. Can't remember how far we got. Managed to get the mouse back up. Sorry about that, folks. That's just unfortunate. 30, so 35, 30. So we got 15, 30. Was it 32 and a half? So that looks like what we've got at the moment. Let me jump over to the Discord. So 32.5 million, I should say. Million. 2.5 billion Axion. Last 2 days. I've got that capitalized now. Last 2 days. Total burn now, what did we say it was? 38 point, we'll do that total amount there. How about that? So, and we'll jump back in there. Bam. All right. Right, so there we are. Let's get that up. Man, oh man, that was a drama, that with the old burn there. So nice. Let's get the fire up there. I'll put the love on that. Nice. And put some Axion stuff on that. Hey, so thanks for the patience there. We've got a few things. Let's go through some of the comments here. We got yes, says Kim. Can't leave the price to Putin's actions, says Kim. Nice one. And gold could be nice if he's naughty. That's true. So Alex says, do we have any news of future updates? Future updates. Only the ones that are not. We haven't got any news about. Well, that's kind of confusing. We don't have any announcements about future updates. We have the existing announcement, which is 12. The 12 items, which were already ticked off a few of those. And Oblio's in the house. Hey, Oblio, good to see you. And I think I bet you on the fire there, even though I kind of had a problem with the mouse there. Stan at High Stone and Solix says, hits the like, yeah, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, folks. And of course, Kim says, yes, sir, number 6. John Atkins is in the house. Hi, Superman. Reboot solves most things. Thank you, John. You did kind of help me there. So it just made me think a bit more laterally about that. And it's great to have Axion Token member in the house. Solix says, hey, John. And hi, Solix. And John says, in fact, switch off and on. Reboot is on this year. So I actually could plug in with the new adapter. You can see the new adapter there. That's kind of a tiny little thing. So I did use that, and it's managed to give me just a little bit more power. I'll have to put that on the recharge after the live show. Don't have to have the mouse shoot out again. Another rug, says Solix. Yeah, that could be 2 rugs in a day there, Solix, all by my new iMac. But that's just the way it goes. So, boom, boom. All right, cool, cool. The mouse seems to have operated a little bit longer. I might just put that in the recharger for just a second more. Just give me a bit more power. So, looking good there. Burn, 32.5 million X in the last 2 days. Total burn now, 36,854 million. That's pretty good stuff there, right? I think we can all be pretty happy with that. So nice. Let's jump over to the price and let us go up to there. So we've got the price up here as well. So we've covered everything here on Axion, folks. Once again, do check out Axion.network if you are looking to invest. And of course, you have any questions, get into Discord and Telegram. There are lots of social activities, lots and 24/7 care from the moderators. And you can see the moderators up here on the right here. I've just got them hidden at the moment. So you can just check that out. Very cool. All right, so there's the results. We're going to jump out of some of these websites now. And, of course, we're going to get out of there. Now, the other thing, of course, we checked out Legion. We've already done that. Let's look at Axion price. Currently at quadruple zero, 3754. We have been actually riding up pretty well. We just had a couple of accounts that decided to sell out today, just to sell a little bit more here. You can see the volume here. Let's have a look at the 24 hours, and we're going to scroll back all the way from 20 hours, and let's go back 20 hours. Not that far. 20 hours ago. Where were we? Pretty similar, actually. I think the price is pretty similar 24 hours ago. 20 hours. That one there. I think we're here. So we're I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Going the wrong way. Let's go 20 hours. 20, and yeah, we were actually up, doing pretty well. We're actually up 10% over the last a day and 4 hours. That's not right. It can't be a day, 4 hours. What is it? 20 hours. And let's go in here. All right. Boy, that mouse really put me off. That mouse, didn't it? Really put my mojo out of sync there. We're actually up 6%, and now we're about break even, about no change over the last 20 hours. Slightly down, but not much down after that. So cool. So look at the daily on the Axion price chart. And of course, we're going to scroll all the way. We're trying to target quadruple 05. And of course, we've just had a couple of accounts that have sold into these red candles here. And they're not too big either. You don't need too much with the liquidity. This is the way it goes. Let's have a look at our DMI. DMI is still intact. I mean, it's still holding up. We've got our buys actually moving up a little bit. The sales decreasing. And the momentum at 20. We need the momentum to go 24. This is the scenario that we're wanting. We want obviously the cross here we want the buyers to go up here, the sellers go down there, the momentum to go up here and hit that 25 line. That's what we're trying to chase down. So at the moment we have not got that. So we're just waiting patiently. But we actually, with this yellow line, we actually had a pretty good uptrend. And of course, to break this downtrend that we've got here, which is a function of volume, obviously at the moment, we just got to break this, get the new chart to start having an upward trajectory by hitting quadruple 05. That's really our target at the moment. And then that would touch all these different resistance or support lines, I should say. That's where we want to get back up to that support line of quadruple 05. The next target would be quadruple 08. So we'll just keep looking at that at the moment. Let's go back into the trades here. We can actually see what we had happen earlier. We've had a $14 million sell there. What else? A $6 million. This was the big one here. This 52 million. We're up at 38. We're at 30. Quadruple 039, and of course that pulled us down to quadruple 038 at 52 million there. So that was the big sell that we saw, and that's all you need in the chart at the moment, given the number of turnovers. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. Couple of million sales there, but we've had quite a few buys as well. So that just keeps churning over. So that's the results at the moment. We've got $193.3 million of liquidity. Daily volume still very low at the moment, 7.4 million. So it is a buyer's market. So if you're looking to pick up a lot of Axion, you can. 1 ETH at the moment will buy you 76.52 million Axion. That's a pretty big bag. That will put you in the top, probably top 100 wallets, somewhere in that vicinity. So on the liquid wallets, that is. And obviously, if you stake it, you're going to earn Axion and wrap Bitcoin divs. So that's pretty much how that works. Pooled ETH, 33 ETH in the pool at the moment. 2.57 billion Axion. Market cap is $3 million US at the moment. And of course, those are the key numbers. So cool. Let's jump away from Axion now. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. I don't think there's any announcements here on this at this stage. Let's jump back up the top here. We've got the announcements. I don't think we've got any. We've got the Legion Network pledge. We've talked about that already. And I don't think we've got, so all about the Legion pledge. The Gorillas, of course, out doing social media, doing a great job. KYC onboarding is obviously enabled, so they've enabled that. That was cool. Here is the 12 items, so we might as well quickly go through this and see where we're up to on what's coming up with Axion and the road ahead. And this matches well in what Solex said. So we'll definitely go through this. We have, and the next one was, of course, the launch of Legion that has been launched. So cool. And then the second one was KYC updates that has been done too. So we've seen both of those achieved. The thing coming up, of course, is the NFT state minting. We're waiting for that to come out. We're waiting for the website refresh, and this looks amazing. You can see this looks really good on the website refresh. Looks really, really cool. And we're waiting for that to come out as well. I think we've got a bit of play there. So we're waiting for that to come up. That's going to be cool. The YouTube video tutorial series for onboarding investors, that's coming out. 9 videos. We're waiting for that to come out too in due course. And of course, lots of new marketing is being planned. So that's something pretty cool. If you're a new investor in Axion, of course, you want to see some new marketing play out. And of course, I've got new marketing in the pipeline there. Axion launch focus course is going to be, they're targeting somewhere up to 24 launches a year. That's a huge potential value add for Axion investors. So it's pretty cool. There's a big community vote coming out, of course, with the snapshot DAO. So the DAO is going to be built up further. Tokenomic changes votes on the Accelerator has 2 votes. One to increase the buy and burn from 55% to 7%. And of course, the sell tax fee burn to 4%, 2% for the stakers and 2% for buy and burn. And basically, when someone sells Axion, they'll get a 4% selling fee, and that will be split up amongst those 2 groups. Centralized exchange listings is to come up. It will happen. So the team's still working towards centralized listing. And I think possibly crypto.com is probably the most obvious one to me, but you never know with this team. They always come up with surprises. The fiat on-ramp, of course, is still in play as well. That's super important to have a very quick way of onboarding people using fiat. We definitely want that to build on, and the team is working on that as well. And of course, there's lots of extra other things that the team is working on, not yet disclosed. So pretty cool. So that is pretty much the roadmap going forward for Axion. So nice. We've covered that in detail. Let's jump over to the Warp now. This is the third topic. We've talked about Axion. We've talked about Legion launch, and of course the pledge for that. Now we're going to jump on to Warp. So if you're here from the Warp community, this is for you. You will really enjoy this. Solex says maybe Galaxy NFTs in next week. Maybe Solex. Maybe. I think it's got to be pretty soon. Now, I think the only hold up they originally had was the artwork. They were doing a lot more artwork, but that was about it. So here we are, folks, on Warp.bond. And of course, this is going super well. The price obviously is finding its place, and I think it's kind of found its place at this stage. So we're definitely going to go through that. And of course, it is pretty cool. It's basically a gaming and a decentralized finance together, and we call it GameFi. And man, this is pretty awesome. Not only is it GameFi, but it is an OHM fork. In other words, it has a treasury, and that gets built up over time, adding a lot of asset-backed implied value to the project. So it's pretty nice. You can see that season 1, there's 10 ships, or 10 archetypes as they call it. There's the Shuttle, the Dragonfly, the Hercules, the Horizon, the Javelin, the Viper, the Starhammer, Omen, the Vanguard, and the Pearl. And the Pearl's the rarest one there of them all. Pretty exciting. Those are what people are called starships, and of course there are starship captains, and of course they are flying those to different planets, and they hunt down the best APY or the best returns that they can find for their warp tokens. So pretty cool. Now you do have to be docked. You have to have a ship docked at a planet to be able to invest in that planet and mine it, as it were, and get the higher APY. So there's the you do have to do that, and of course you need fuel to transport you between planets. So that's the other factor you have to think about. Pretty cool. There are tons of partners, of course. You got Polygon, Synapse, Tome, Frax, Polydodge, Beefy Finance, Yield Enhanced Labs, QDAO, Polypunks, Axion, of course, Project Godjera, Galaxy Gangs. So many partners. Luxy, of course, NFT platform. Maxi News, Hillbilly Holler, Las Vegas Inferno, and more coming. It is pretty cool like that. So welcome to all those communities if you are here, because it's pretty neat. Now we're going to jump onto the Warp app. Now all the links in the video description. So the link for warp.bond website is in the video description. And of course you can get access to the Warp app. Now here I am signed in with an account, and of course there's no ships in this account, but we can look through everything here in due course. You can have your details at the top here with your wallet, starships and the parts and the fuel. That's what you need to travel through space and get to planets where you're going to be able to stake, because we've got staked warp there, bonded warp, liquid warp. So those are the different 3 forms of warp you can be holding, depending on the state that they're in. And you got your total warp there and the value. And of course, that's times the warp price. So pretty cool. Now I have no starships, so there's no starship transiting between one planet and another. And that's pretty much it. But we do have the galaxy feed. This is the latest news. And we also have the economic overview of the whole warp universe, as it were. So pretty cool. You might call this a metaverse of sorts as well, because you are playing certain ships to try and get a pretty good return there. So pretty nice. All right, so looking good there. Oblio says, I find I'm not making enough warp to justify buying more fuel. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I have 1.7 something warp staked. Yeah, I would say that you need to think about your strategy in terms of making that work, in terms of the amount of warp that you have and getting to planets. You do have to think about those aspects there, Oblio. Certainly something that Crypto Casino raised for sure. Hey, so if anyone wants to jump on the live stream, this is the Axion community show. We would love to get people on the live stream if you're willing to talk about your experiences, definitely for sure. Let me copy that and paste it. And if you want to get in the chat there, maybe your first time or wherever, you can be anonymous, of course. You don't have to show yourself on camera. There is the link if you need to use it. Very cool. So one I would say is that we're going to check that out, Oblio, and we'll talk more about it as we move through the live stream. But here is the overview market at the moment. 335 is the US dollars per warp at the moment. There's a $1.4 million market cap, circulating supply 1,508 warp, and total supply is 4,278. So that's the amount of warp in the market. Total burned is 115 warp. Obviously, when you sell warp, there's a 5% sell fee. And also, if you early unstake before 3 hours, this is a 2% fee. I think it is 2% on that. So cool. Treasury balance. This is the main deal. Of course, a warp bond is a OHM fork. This is the main deal here that has a treasury. When you invest into this project, the money goes into the treasury or the crypto, and you can invest with DAI or MAI, things like that. Treasury balance is almost at $1.7 million, looking pretty good. Total value locked. This is how much people have staked on the planets, 506,000 US dollars, so over $500,000. The current index on Earth is 1.3. So in other words, it's been 30 periods where people have got paid returns on that planet Earth. The backing per warp is $1,124. This is based on the treasury balance of 1.7 million divided by the circulating supply of 1.5. I prefer a measure based on the treasury balance divided by the total supply. Let's quickly work out what that is. I always like to work out that. So let's do it live. And of course, we've got, was it 1.7? Yeah, 1.7. I'm just going to do 1.7, just round it up there. It's close enough. 1.7 divided by total supply, which is 4,278. 4,278. So that's a price of approximately around about $397. So that means that the market price at the moment is kind of like $60 below market value. So really, this is at a discount to treasury value at the moment, 335. So really, 397 should be the price there. So it looks like it's a little bit undervalued. That gives a buyer's opportunity, right? Buyer's opportunity. Starships built 832. There is going to be 10,000 in season 1. Parts are remaining 27,886. They start off with 30,000. So that's what about 2,114 parts so far. Earth APY is 457. Proxima B planet is 2,800, and the latest planet found today is at 89,729. So obviously, a lot of ships are traveling to that planet to be able to stake and get the high APY. So that's an overview of warp, folks. Let's jump over to the staking and, of course, see what people are getting in the returns. This is the end goal. Of course, you want to make good APY. You've got Earth here. You've got Proxima B. and Medius. This is the latest planet that's been found. Obviously, I did a video on this earlier today. Check that out if you want to see more details. But nice on there. And let's have a look here. So people are getting, this is the bottom line here. If you stake, people are getting 0.62% at the moment. So that's pretty nice, or 9.76% over 5-day rate. I just, the thing with the 5-day rate does change as we move through the rebase periods. Rebase periods are 8 hours long. And of course, the index goes up by that period of time. I'm surprised this index is not showing 1.01 because I'm pretty sure that they've already had one rebase on this. So I'm not sure why that's not 101 there at the moment. So here we are. So we've got 0.62%. And of course, we compare that to the last planet found, Proxima. That's at 0.31. So that gives you the difference in your return. So obviously, you're getting twice the return here over at Medius planet, or Midias, depending on how you say it. Earth at the moment is giving you a 0.15%. So that may be oblo if you can't travel too much. You just want to end up keeping yourself staked at the planet that you are at with the highest APY. That's probably the best thing you can do there if you can't travel with the fuel, because you've got to make it economic for your APY, that's for sure. The other point, of course, is that you may need to you may need to buy more warp to get a bigger yield in percentage terms every day 8 hours. Obviously, you always got the underlying price risk as you go, but that's definitely something that you can think about. Let's have a look here at the time here. We've got John Scott says, I arrived in Medius 2 hours before the rebase and was quite disappointed with the figures. He says he has increased the APY and that will be acted on at the second rebase. Not impressed, says John. Yeah, well, at least I agree with you there, John. At least they're responding to your feedback. That's probably all I can say on that one. Let's jump back to the media. So yeah, this is on 1.01, so it's not even showing the first rebase, John. So it's showing 1 on mine. That's weird. Whereas this is showing 11. There's been 11 rebases, another 11 times 8 hours. So that's what that means. And of course, Earth is at 30. So it's 30 a period, 30 times 8 hours. So there's been 30 payments made. So that's pretty much that. There's 458 ships docked on Earth. Proxima B has 252 ships and $228,000 of TVL locked. So that's definitely gone down as people's ships have left. People's ships left from Proxima B to Medius. And of course, there's 122 ships either docked on that planet or traveling to it, and $186,000 is staked there at the moment. So that just gives you an idea. As more people stake, of course, the returns will go down. The APY will go down that you'll get actually in your payments. Pretty cool. There's pretty nice looking planet there. Pretty volcanoes, pretty lava filled. But yeah, John Atkins says did not provide feedback. I read this when I woke up later. Okay, John. So he obviously responded about that. Okay, cool. Sorry for misrepresenting you there, but that's it at the moment. Hey, so typically it takes 24 hours from a ship to, if you've got the very minimum ship where it's got 750 strength, typically that will take you, I think with fuel, it will take you, which is 1,000, it will take you about 24 hours to get to the next planet. Now, I think that from Earth, it will take you 2 days to get to Midias. That's the way I understand it. From Proxima B, it will take you 1 day to get to Midias. Let me know in the chat if that is correct, because I'm pretty sure that's 24 hours to each planet. I don't know if it takes 2 days to get from Proxima B to Midas, but obviously if the faster your strength is, the better. I'm pretty sure it's 24 hours to each planet out as you go out further in the universe. But the other thing, of course, is that it costs you 250 fuel to do that on the basics. So if you have a ship that has a stronger engine or has more fuel, you'll be able to get to a planet faster. Just remember that's a better engine. In other words, it's got like 500 strength or 5,000 strength, which is the maximum. Then you'll get there faster. Obviously, if you use more fuel, you'll get there faster too. So you can get there faster than 24 hours. The benefit of doing that, of course, is that you get there while the APY is really high. But obviously, the APY has come down quite a bit already at this stage. So you do have to be quick on that. I'm not sure why the index is not showing up at 1.01 there. John Atkins says each planet is 24 hours from one to the next. If you have 250 fuel there, that's right. So that is correct. So 24 hours to a planet. But if you were from Earth, you would take you 2 days to get to Midias, right? So as opposed to if you're on Proxima B, it would take you 24 hours to get to Midias and 24 hours to get back to Earth. From Matthias, it will take you 24 hours to get back to Earth, but of course you can just stake on Earth, right? I don't think you need anything extra ship on that. So that there, folks, is the staking. And obviously, Mad Dice has just opened up, and the APY has come down fairly fast there if we look at it, because it's down to 45 already, 204,000 being staked. So more ships are arriving, more warps being staked there, but the reward is over twice. I think it's at 0.56 versus Proxima B, which is 0.361. So it's just under twice as high now at the moment. 0.31 versus Earth, and Earth is 15. So Proxima B is still twice as much. So if you don't have fuel to get the Matthias, you must just stay at Proxima B and increase your get more warp and stake more. I guess it's the volume play for larger plays to make that work. Because $250 fuel is quite a lot. You need to offset that, and then of course you need to recover your ship capital costs. So there's lots of variables to take into account. Really is a game 5 project. Yes, 2 days from Earth to Midas, unless you have more fuel. 500 makes it 1 day. Yeah, etc. Well said, John. Well said. All right, so that's cool. It's obviously going to be 4 planets and 5 planets. There are 5 planets in season 1, and on top of that, of course, they're going to have ship battles, folks. Ship battles, and obviously factions as well. So that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be prizes with the ship battles, and a big ship cannot fight a little ship unless the little ship agrees to. And of course, there are, depending on how strong the ships are, and certain other variables will be depending on whether you win or not. And stuff like that. So that's going to be fascinating to see how they've gamified the ship battles. But that's just another second layer feature there in the universe. You're not just mining on these planets, but there are ship battles as well, and factions as well. So you want to be on a winning faction, I guess, is another point. There's a lot more gamified just than just playing a battle. You want to be on a good faction that has a good capability. So cool. All right. So if you want to actually invest into bond warps, of course, you go to the create bonds. You do get a discount to the market. So when you're actually investing, let's say you're going to invest DAI here, you're going to get a 1% discount to market. Okay, so the white price of warp at the moment is $335, but you'll get a price of $332. But the thing is that the vesting period is over 5 days, so you'll get that discount. But the warp that you're buying will get dripped to you over 5 days. You can claim it every so often. You can claim it as much as possible, and you can stake that into the staking and earn the yield that you get on the planet. So you can do that. Obviously, you can only stake on planets that you have ships at. So just take that into account. Some people will have ships at every single planet, and others will not. Others will be just on Earth. Others will be on Proxima B, stuff like that. So they might have 2 planets or something. That's just the way it goes. So once again, you can do that. You can bond. But when you do bond, of course, not only do you get a discount to market, but you also get a ship part. So a ship part is valuable. You can use that to make a ship, or you can sell it on OpenSea and try and get speculative value on that. So there's 2 things that you are getting: the discount to market and the ship part. But the ship part, you must bond $250 or more. And remember, you are investing this so that you're swapping the DAI for warp, that you are swapping the token that you're investing for warp. That's what you're getting in return. You're not getting the DAI back. You're getting the warp as such. So cool. All right. So it will give you all the estimate there of what you can get. And of course, you can also get a slightly bigger bonus by creating a warp and DAI liquidity pair. That gives you a 2% discount to market. But once again, you don't keep that stuff. So just take that into account. Once you have that set up, of course, you're also going to get My Bonds. Your bond will show here, and it will be claimable. You'll be able to stake that as soon as it drips over 5 days. But once again, the warp price can move around. This is the way it goes. It's markets, and that's the liquidity page. If you want to get that extra discount, you can add liquidity that way. The other thing, of course, is that once you do that, you'll get a part. If you do over $250, you'll get a part. If you don't, you won't get a part. But you could get a hull, a bridge, an engine, or a fuel cell is randomly selected, so you'll get that pretty easy. Then when you get enough, if you get all these parts, you need a hull, bridge, and an engine to build a ship. So you can go to the build here to the Starship factory, and then you can, if you have all the pieces, you can build a ship. So just take that into account. Also, if you need fuel, you can go to the fuel center and do that as well. And then, of course, if you have a couple of starships, you'll have a fleet manager, and you can see starships all in here. So nice. So that's basically the ship part. And of course, when you have ships, you want to go somewhere. Of course, you can go to the galaxy map. You can pick a planet you want to go to. For example, let me just scale this down a bit more. You can build a planet. Maybe you want to go to the highest APY. You select the starship that you have built, and then you can go to the planet. Now, you don't have to just build a starship. You can actually buy them on OpenSea. There are a whole ton of starships there you can buy. And of course, if you get them on particular planets, that may be advantage to you too. If you're buying them on particular planets, that's another way to go. Yeah, very, very cool. Then if you stake warp, you can buy warp on the market or bond it. And of course, you can take that warp and you can keep investing it in the stakes. Obviously, the more warp you have, then the percentages that you have staked will be much more beneficial to you in terms of making profit in the game. That's the key. The other side, of course, is you have the warp price. You have the price moves up and down. So you just got to take that for what it is. Let's have a look at where that is at the moment. Currently, warp is 337 on the market. This is on SusiSwap. We'll jump back to daily. And of course, we'll have a quick look at this. So warp's only been around for a little while. So you're getting in early on this GameFi project. So we'll go back here from the 27th. We're up to 18 days. Can you believe it? So 2.5 weeks the game's been out. Obviously, it has, just like all crypto, has a big price rise, and then it comes down to find a price. And then often it can have many more price rises after that. So once again, that is just the way the game goes. And at the moment, you do a very good entry if you're coming into the play. Because you can pick up warp for 337. Many at the beginning were picking up warp for $2,000, $3,000 up at the top there, and I think it kind of peaked out at a decent average of about 2,300. So it's definitely come down from there. And of course, you can pick up tons of warp now for $337. So what's going to happen to the price? Well, we'll find out. Supply and demand. That's just the way it goes. And of course, all the game features opening up with the new game fighting, with warp ships fighting, the prizes in there. New planets opening up, and of course, lots more coming down the pipeline. Season 2, Season 3, and all the new features. Going to be pretty interesting to see that play out. Also, there's going to be an NFT store as well. You'll be able to trade those rather than on OpenSea on the actual platform, so it's looking positive too. Solix says, yep, it can be a lot of money, $250 to invest into getting fuel and then travel. Yeah, that's right. That's a long-term strategy, Solix says. Yeah, I actually believe that you need a spreadsheet set up so that you actually can make sure you're covering your costs and work out what your benefits are. But I definitely think it's the more warp that you have, it's the better you'll be off with the percentages to covering costs. That's probably the way to look at it, and that's why you need a spreadsheet to work it out to make sure that you are operating profitably and on the right planet as well. So cool. But yeah, it does take 24 hours if you've got a 750 strength ship. That's just the way it goes. So if you've got spend more fuel or have a better engine, you will get there faster. That's pretty much it. All right, so nice. And what else we got going here? I think that's it. We've covered everything on here. There is a calculator, of course, if you want to estimate returns. But once again, the price of warp can change a lot. But this does give you the compounding effect. You can scale the period that you are compounding over here on the right, all the way up to 365 days. But obviously, the warp price is going to move around a lot during that period. Cool. There's obviously 2 more planets coming up. So we're waiting for those as well. And of course, the fighting ships should be fun too. What else we got? We've got a scammer there. I'm sure Solix is going to deal with that one. Let's report that one. And bam. All right. I think I got that first. Nice. Right. So there we are, folks. That is the way that's going. Let us jump out. I think we're almost up to the final thing here. We're going to jump in, of course, into the warp on Discord. If you want to find out more details, check out warp, and they've got all their moderators in there too. So the links are in the video description. I've got the team warp there, the moderators, and lots of different partners and statuses on the right there. So that's definitely cool. You got the announcements at the moment. I think the announcement had the launch of the project. So I think this was up there at the moment. So yeah, this is the latest one here. We've made contact. This is Joel and the team. The team is starting to report the grounds of Midas, of course. This was discovered 13 hours ago, almost 13 hours ago, this planet, of course, Midas. And you do have to be careful, though. It is a lava planet and it has hot springs. So you have to take into account. But it's pretty nice artwork there for sure. So pretty cool. That is everything that I can see there, folks. We've got True Blue 75 in the house. Hey, morning, True Blue 75. Great to see you as always. And of course, this is Axion Community Show, but we haven't had anyone jump on the community. I've opened it up for the community. Everyone's a little bit shy, possibly. And I know that Prana was going to jump on, but Prana is busy at the moment. So that's just the way it goes. All right. So cool. I think that's probably where we're going to wrap it up, folks. Hope you guys have enjoyed the live stream. And we've covered Axion, of course. we've covered the Legion launch IDO, 200,000 at the moment. And of course, 90% sold out so far, 3 days and 10 hours to go. And of course, we've covered in depth the Warp project overview. So pretty nice on that. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and feel free. Oh, looks like I've lost myself there. All right, take care now. Bye for now.